Imagine you are falling toward Pluto, not flying, not descending slowly, falling. The way you fall in a nightmare where the ground never arrives. Below you, a world appears, and for one single moment, it looks almost gentle. A pale heart-shaped plain of nitrogen ice stretching across the surface like the planet is welcoming you. Soft whites and dusty browns. Quiet, still, peaceful. You think, this is not so bad. This is manageable. That thought will be the last comfortable one you ever have, because Pluto is not gentle. Pluto is a perfectly designed trap, and you just fell into it. The first thing that kills you is not the cold. It is the silence. Pluto sits at the edge of our solar system, so far from the sun that sunlight arriving here is 1,000 times weaker than what you feel on Earth. Standing on Pluto, you would see a sky permanently locked in deep twilight. Not night, not day. Something in between, something wrong. The sun from here is not a sun. It is a bright star, just slightly brighter than the others, giving no warmth, offering no comfort, just light without heat, presence without purpose, and the temperature. Minus 230 degrees Celsius. This is not cold the way winter is cold. This is cold that kills metal. Cold that makes the atmosphere itself freeze and fall to the ground as snow. Your suit fails within minutes, not dramatically, quietly. The seals contract, the materials harden, and the cold moves inward toward you, like something patient that has been waiting 4 billion years for exactly this moment. But here is the problem. You are still falling. Pluto's gravity is so weak that you weigh almost nothing here. A person who weighs 70 kilograms on Earth weighs less than 5 kilograms on Pluto. This sounds like a relief. It is not, because weak gravity means Pluto could not hold a thick atmosphere. What exists here is a thin whisper of nitrogen and methane, so sparse, so fragile, that it barely qualifies as air. There is nothing to breathe. There is nothing to slow your fall. There is nothing between you and the surface except 4 billion years of silence. But it gets worse. When New Horizons flew past Pluto in 2015, it sent back images that confused every scientist watching. Mountains of water's ice rising 3,000 meters high, glaciers of nitrogen slowly flowing across the surface like rivers frozen mid-movement. And beneath that heart-shaped plain, called Tombaugh Regio, something stranger. The surface is too smooth, too young, geologically active in ways that should be impossible for a world this small, this cold, this far from any heat source. Something is happening inside Pluto that we cannot explain. Something is keeping it warm from the inside. We do not know what. And this is where things change. You hit the surface, but you do not stop. The nitrogen ice beneath your feet is not solid the way rock is solid. It flows, it shifts, slowly, constantly, like a living skin covering whatever is underneath. And underneath, scientists now believe there may be a liquid ocean here, on Pluto, at the edge of everything, in the coldest place we have ever visited. A liquid ocean pressing upward against a frozen ceiling in complete and permanent darkness. No sunlight has ever touched it. No warmth has ever reached it. It has existed in total isolation for longer than complex life has existed on Earth, and we have no idea what is in it. Here is the thought that will stay with you. Pluto was discovered in 1930. For 70 years, we called it the ninth planet. Then we took that away, demoted it, decided it was too small, too distant, too insignificant to matter. We stopped looking, and in the one brief moment, we finally looked closely. We found mountains. We found glaciers. We found geological activity. We found a possible ocean. We found mysteries we cannot explain. We ignored Pluto for decades. And Pluto, at the edge of our solar system, in the dark, in the cold, kept its secrets anyway. The universe does not need our attention to be terrifying. It was terrifying long before we knew it existed, and it will remain terrifying long after we are gone.